Malcolm, I've heard about F.A.S.T. What actually is that?
F.A.S.T is an acronym for Fear and Adrenal Stress Training, and it was something that I did about 10 years ago. We got involved over in America with a guy called Bill Kipp. Bill is the founder of F.A.S.T. And it is probably, it's difficult to say really, because a lot of people say that what they do is the best. But Bill is world renowned as the leader in the field of adrenal stress training. It's the end of the story really. And obviously we were lucky enough to go and certify under Bill. So we are the leaders in the field of adrenal stress training. Okay. There are people that do reality training out there, and they do reality self-defense, but we have a slightly different take on this concept. And what we do is we try and condition the brain to react when you need that situation in real life. You hear people of freezing like a rabbit in headlights, and they're shocked. We try and condition the part of the brain that shuts down when the adrenal stress hits you. And it hits all of us at different times. It can hit us in conflict at work, it can hit school children, you know, we're just at the playground when somebody tries to bully them. It can hit anybody, anywhere, anytime. And so what we do in the F.A.S.T. courses, as I've said, is to try and condition the part of the brain that you need when that situation occurs. A lot of the martial arts training that we do is fantastic, and we love every bit of it, and I'll do it to the day I die. But it's not necessarily going to help you when that situation occurs.
And who can do F.A.S.T. defence?
Anybody can do F.A.S.T. defence. You don't need any martial art background. In fact, most graduates of F.A.S.T. defence who don't do a martial art actually are better off, because they don't have that myriad of techniques in their head. They don't have that, you know, shall I access my side kick? Or shall I do a turning kick? Shall I do a jumping kick? Shall I do this? And by the time you've analysed too much, sometimes less is more. Okay, so if you can sort of get away from a situation with just doing 2 or 3 simple techniques, then it's often better than the sometimes thousands of techniques that martial arts have. So anybody can do it. Anyone from the age really of 7 or 8 upwards, up to 80 years old. Male, female, boy, girl.
And what sort of training packages or modules do you have? Okay,
we have the basic course for adults, is 4.5 hours long. And that involves the whole basics, is what we call the ABCs, the awareness, the boundary settings, and then the combat. We do that, that's the basic one. And for children, we tend to shorten it a little bit. Okay, we have that for 2.5 hours. And then we have 5 modules on top. We have a weapons disarm course, where we have people being attacked with knives, preferably in this country, knives, not so much guns. We do cover with the gun defences, but it's mainly knife. We have ground fighting, where the attackers come at you when you're in prone positions on the floor. We have multiple attackers, multiple bullet men, where sometimes you get 3, 4, 5 bullet men at the same time. And we'll do multiple ground attacks and multiple weapon attacks also.
And you mentioned there the bullet man. What's that?
The bullet man is, unfortunately, it's what everyone tends to focus on. It's what everyone thinks, oh, well, yes, it's the guy in the big padded suit. But there's so much more to F.A.S.T. defence than just a guy in a padded suit. Okay, because there are plenty of people throughout the world who've made their own suits, but their courses haven't got the same technology that we do. We're very, very systemised in the way we do it, step-by-step technology to get that main result of conditioning your brain. The suit is just a byproduct of that. Having said that, it is the best suit in the world. It will take punishment that no other suit can take. There are suits on the market that are probably worth about £1,200, but they don't take the same punishment. They're mainly there for baton training, and stuff that the military use and the police use is for stick work. But the bullet man suit comes from a guy in the States who makes them, and they're all custom made. All the stuff that you buy off the shelf, it's made for robots, whereas the bullet man suits are custom made for each individual instructor.
So does that mean if I was faced with a bullet man, I can practice punching it, kicking it, striking it in whatever way as hard as I possibly can,
yes,
rather than having to pull any of my techniques
Yes,
back?
That's exactly right, and that's what makes our course, much more realistic, if you like, because a lot of the self-defense courses out there, they do all the fantastic training, but they're always hitting pads that are held by somebody's hand. Whereas with us, you get to hit an actual moving, living human being. Okay, yes, the head is bigger than a normal sort of face, but, okay, the fact is that person is moving. And when the adrenaline hits you, you don't know that it's a guy with a big head, with a big helmet. You can't really see that because you've switched off. Your brain is shut down and you're just attacking anything that moves. So sometimes when you've got pads up here, it actually makes it fairly difficult to do.
Okay.